this one. Bottom 7, Joe Dowley pitching and watching against Jim Thome. He's been hitting it just fine, but this is the first one that's left the yard as a Philly. 13-2, home crowd loves that. And then bottom 8, yeah, thanks, I'll have another. How about Thome? His first 2 as a Phil in this one. Tolly again served it up. Phils win it in a rout, 16-2.
After the game, Williams was sent back to AAA. Jim Thome, that's his name. I was just kidding before, and I called him Tom.
I follow you.
It's his 3rd of the year. Phillies win 10-2. And Thome got it. 4th homer of the season. 2-0 Phils. Bottom of the 4th. Myers in Cruz.
Philadelphia at Arizona, Jim Thome. 2 home runs in his last 24 games, facing Andrew Good. No, that's good. 3-run home run. Phillies up 3-0. Thome's 5th of the season. Philly 15-1 when scoring first. Thome in the 5th. He's got back scratch fever. Deep to center, 422 feet. Thome, 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs. He had just 7 RBI in his last 18 games.
Astros in Philly, bottom 6, Jim Thome. Only the 21st upper deck right field home run in vet history. Thome's 7th, that off of Roy Oswalt. It's 3-1 Phillies, Oswalt.
Air to Perez, bottom 5, Phil's down 9-3. Jim Thome. It's got a chance, it's out of here.
8-4 Phillies, Jim Thome up. And Jim Thome out. Solo shot his 9th this season. He was 2 for 4, 2 runs. Placido Polanco with 3 for 5, 3 runs. He also homered. And the Phillies win it despite the DPs, 9-4.
In the 7, top 8, 8-4, Jim Thome. Big. Takes Pat Strange deep to right. That leaves Shea. His 10th. Phillies go on to win it, 11-7.
Bottom 5 now, Phillies up 5-1. Jim Thome facing Estacio. Estacio, a mess. He gave up 7 runs in 4 innings. Thome, his 11th. Ricky Leday, Jimmy Rollins, Placido Polanco also went deep. The Phillies crushed the Mets 11-3.
Career high 6 walks and 5 2/3. 10 pitchers used by 2 teams in the game. They needed them. Jim Thome goes yard here in the 2nd. 2-run shot is 12th. Thome 3 for 4. 2 teams combined for 13 earned runs. It's 5.
It's a game of inch. Bottom of the 1st, Phillies down 1-0. Aaron Harang against Jim Thome. And even with derogatory credit, you can own a brand new car. His 14th. Phils get out.
4 for 19 with 8 Ks against Washburn career. Let's make him 5 for 20. His 15th on the season, first against a lefty this year, and it's 3-0 Phil. Ortiz check swinging. Bottom 8, Mike Timlin in. Jim Thome out. Ties it at 2 with a 437-foot homer to right. His 16th of the season, 300 to hide in. Bottom 12, you don't mess around with Jim. Thome with 2 outs, his 2nd. This one off Jason Shield. Phillies, they're doing some celebrating while Grady, breakfast not agreeing with him. Top 13, Walker RB.
They did score the traditional way as well. The traditional way and Jim Thome going the other way. Solo shot for him is 18th, and the Phils going to win it 8-1. First, 1-on, Jim Thome versus Pat Henkin. And Thome is 19th of the year. And the Phillies out to the 2-0 lead. Top
night game.
Tim's still eating down at Boog's Barbecue.
Ooh, in the actual game, top first, Jim Thome scoreless no more. His 20th. 10 straight seasons now with at least 20. 32 more to play.
3-2, 1-on, 2 out for Jim Thome. He's down a long distance. Sean Estes pays for the call. Thome's 21st. He's got 6 home runs in his last 9 games. Larry Boy is digging that.
Their first ever sweep in Philly, but bottom 1, I ain't gonna say nothing, but that ain't right. Jim Thome sends out his 22nd home run of the season, 62 RBI.
Thome against Steve Traxel. Jim Thome having an uplifting experience with a changeup. This is going to hit the video board at Shea. That's 445 feet.
Phillies are 11-2 on Saturdays this season. That's a Major League factoid. Jim Thome with the Major League shot in the bottom of the 4th came off Levon Hernandez, who Thome was just 1 for 8 career against with 4 whip.
Bottom 5, 6-2 Mets. Jim Thome tried to keep it. Oh, off Aaron Heilman, a 2-run shot is 25th. And the Mets go up 6-4, but Heilman pitched well, earned his first
made by a player this season. Top 3rd, 1 on, nobody out. Jim Thome. Oh my goodness. That is so far. Some sort of low Earth orbit. 3-0 Phils. It's Thome's 1.
It's the big guy, Jim Thome. Say hello to a little fry.
Hello.
441 feet off Dusty.
Thome spot first base, and in the bottom of the first, Jim Thome crushes a 3-run homer off Ben Sheets, who's big on the big league list for giving up big shots. Thome's 29th. It's 4-0. Oh, that's the Pat Barrel fella right there. Bottom 8, Thome, Mike DeJean. If some is good, more is better. His second of the game. Fourth time this season that Thome has hit 2 homers in a game, and nothing really says television like a home run hit chart. You can see that Thome, 12 to left, 5 to center, 13 to right. Even though I took the short bus to school, you add it all up.
Strike 2, but don't go to the well 3 times. Ask any comic. Matheny steps out. Oh, boy, he hung it inside. And Thome, you hang it, he'll bang it. 2-run shot is 31st, 7-4 Phils, and Tony La Russa is not happy. Not a fan of Borbon's. A little shit.
Ouch. Apparently got fielding tips from Jose Canseco. Bottom 6, Phillies down a run. Jim Thome reminds Dan Herron it's his corn, and Herron is a guest. And his
As he makes the snatch. Bottom of the 3rd, John Miller, take it away.
Oh, that ball hit a mile. Headed for the new ballpark. Upper deck.
Jim Thome's 33rd homer of the year.
Oh, well, not good in the 6th. They're down 3-0 until Jim Thome faces Wes Obermuller.
Oh, my goodness.
Sometimes it just takes 3 words. Oh, my goodness. Well, it's 3 trip to Milwaukee. Top 4, Phillies down 1-0, no longer. Dan Herron, Jim Thome, he hit ball far. 35th. He is wearing out the Cardinals. 440. Carson, maybe that's it. Could it be? Have to see if he gets up again in the ninth. Oh, and there goes Thome again. His 5th homer in his last 4 games against the Cards. 36.
Beat up. Top of the 2nd, no score. Jim Thome trying to give a little relief to his team. The home alone shot his 37th of the year, 1-0 Phillies. But the story, Vincent,
So far, so bad. Javier Vasquez came into the game, 26 scoreless innings in a row. Not anymore. Meet Jim Thome. Number 38, the most homers by a Philly since Mike Schmidt had 40 in '83. Phillies up 1 and away with his Jim Thome. He's been lifting. Jim Thome, 3 for 4, 2 RBI. That is his 39th home run of this season. 8-3 the final. Phillies.
Bucks had an 8-2 lead. Top 8, here's Jim Thome. Get out of town. 40th of the season. Becomes the 2nd player with 40 homers in consecutive seasons in different leagues. Ken Griffey Jr. the other, but the Phils lose. Games this season, 3rd time that's happened. 1st time since 1901. Jim Thome, 2-run shot in the 6th, his 41st, tied for 4th. And sit him down as Redmond strikes out. Bottom of the 3rd, Jim Thome with a man on, 2-run shot to left. The game tied at 3. It's Thome's 42nd.
Stay with Chad Fox. Fox facing Thome. He's built for this. Jim Thome, number 43, tying the team record for most homers by a lefty. Harold Reynolds, what were the Marlins thinking pitching to Thome?
Philadelphia bottom 4, it's still 1-0 Reds. Jim Thome with 2 on, not anymore. He gets out of town, his 44th of the year, fills at a 3-1 lead.
Meanwhile, back in Atlanta.
6 on the season against the Phils. Top 8 in an 8-2 game. Jim Thome would tack on a couple of runs with his National League leading 45th.
The agent Bucks. Bottom 8, speaking of home runs, here's Jim Thome. His 2nd of the day, 47th of the year, taking over the league lead. He is only 1 behind Mike Schmidt's Phillies record.